Just keep doing that.
What do you do? See?
My guy's going to win the belt.
Suppose mine.
Yeah, not the big belt.
No, but he's going to win the U.S. belt. It counts.
Miz has had that belt like 6 times.
It still counts.
Okay.
We're going to bring prestige back to it.
Anyways, you ready to answer some Q&A questions?
Yeah. Is he?
The snooze daddy's over there.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are putting me to sleep, so it doesn't help.
We could talk about Space Jam and who had the really great performances in it.
Bugs Bunny.
It's Q&A time.
Bill Murray.
It's Q&A time.
Elmer Fudd was better than Michael Jordan.
We talk about how great Coolio is, too.
There you go.
Let's talk about the greatness of Al Davis's last decade of life.
Always has to go there, doesn't it?
Well, it's pretty
That's all he's
easy to
got.
go there. It's easy to make fun of it, sir. Just
Okay.
saying.
Just like playing baseball and for the Wizards.
Or the Birmingham Barons.
At Lally_Maven, we will disregard everything that was just said except my portion. Do you think the Shield needs a leader? Either one of the 3 that are already in the group or a big established star?
I think they do have kind of a...
Isn't Ambrose the
I
leader?
thought Ambrose was a leader.
Well,
At least
it
in my
comes
eyes,
off
he
that
is.
way, that
Yeah.
Ambrose is the leader. I mean,
He's always the first one to talk.
and you could argue that they kind of had a leader in Paul Heyman, even though that never really got explored, but it really seems like Ambrose is the leader of that group anyways.
Should Heyman be the de facto leader of the group? Do they need it? Would it help if they had somebody like a Triple H type of individual leading the group? Would it take shine off? What do you
I
guys
think it'd help if they had a clear direction with what they were going to do with the Shield in the first place. I don't think they necessarily need somebody as a leader, especially somebody outside of the group. I think they just need a clear direction on where they're going with the storyline.
At heel, yes. Go ahead.
I was just going
To
to
cut you off.
Yeah, thanks. I was just going to mention the fact that it probably wouldn't be a bad idea for them to add somebody later on down the line. Doesn't necessarily have to be a big name. Probably not, because I think Ambrose is probably good enough to be the leader of that squad.
Okie dokie. At heel kid, if you could hit any finisher on any person, who would it be?
Well, on any person whatsoever in the world. I would really like to pile drive Honey Boo Boo and take her out of her misery.
I'd give it a super kick.
There you go. Next question.
At SCECE123, what is your favorite version of The Rock's theme? Oh, did Iron Maiden ever do one? Because it'd be my fucking favorite of all time.
Thank God Honey Boo Boo didn't do one.
Just wait. When she gets older, she's going to get a fucking...
Next question. That'll get answered in another Q&A. I don't know why I read that for these guys.
Record cut.
At X like a boss X. What TV shows do you guys regularly watch besides wrestling?
Walking Dead.
Breaking Bad.
Mad Men.
How I Met Your Mother.
Ghost Hunters.
I used to watch that, but I gave up on that.
Yeah, I'm still curious. I still want to see a ghost.
Comic Book Men.
That's about it for me.
I have a few other regulars, but nothing spectacular that I need to watch this.
Newsroom, here comes Honey Boo Boo. To answer the previous question, since it wasn't Iron Maiden, the heel theme for The Rock in 2003 I thought was fucking incredible. That might be my favorite. I am It Factor Ben asks, when do you think the Wizards will become a championship team?
When Michael Jordan plays for them again.
Comes out of returement.
And he's 23 years old.
Up yours, each and every single one of you.
You have another arm. Why don't you have that on your...
At Off the Ropes Fan. Hold on. At Off the Ropes Fan has a question for you, Mike.
That's a good Twitter name.
All right.
I think it might be our best Twitter name. Could Christian suck any more than he does?
Yes.
How?
He could show up after WrestleMania and feud with John Cena and take the belt.
On the level of suck from a scale of 0 to 10, where would you equate Christian's current level of suck?
About an 8. Because there's always room to move up.
He's not even on TV.
That's why he's an 8.
That's why he's an 8. When he comes back, he'll be a 9.
Oh, wow.
What's the best film, TV show, and comedian you have ever seen? What's the best film you've ever seen, Metal D?
I
Les Mis.
still love Apocalypse Now.
Oh God, what an overrated movie. Favorite TV show, Mike?
I figured that you would have said Les Mis. I know how much you loved going to see that.
Anyways,
horrendous.
TV show.
That's terrible.
All time, either Ed or West Wing.
Favorite comedian for either one of you or both?
Richard Pryor.
Okay.
Mitch Hedberg.
Okay. My favorite movie of all time is probably Shawshank Redemption. TV show, Married with Children. Comedian. Vince Russo trying to write wrestling.
Oh!
My favorite movie of all time is Almost Famous. Also,
My favorite TV show of all time is Seinfeld.
It's a show about nothing. At Captain Jack _Savvy. Love your YouTube show, guys. What's your favorite year of each of the top 4 pay-per-views? Mania, Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Favorite Mania of all time?
17.
So, right. I will go WrestleMania 3.
I'd go with 3.
Favorite year for the Royal Rumble? Is it 92 in a clean sweep?
92 easy for me.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna go with last year or this year's because John Cena won the Rumble.
And he won you money? We hate you. SummerSlam. I will go 2002. Are you gonna say 92? Like your brother Tony would?
No. Why would I say 92?
Brett versus Davey Boy for the IC title in the main event?
No.
Wembley Stadium?
No.
Place they should have WrestleMania someday?
No.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
it.
really have a favorite.
Favorite Survivor Series?
First one.
Huh.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
First one.
I'll say one of my favorites was probably 2002. I don't know if that's my favorite, but that's one of them. 2002 was a pretty good year for pay-per-views.
Yes, it was.
All right. At Mr. Coyote, why is it that Macho Man and Ricky Steamboat are never considered the greatest in-ring performers?
Whoa. I, as far as I'm concerned, they're up in my top 10 easy.
I think it really depends on who you ask. I mean,
Taste, yeah.
it really comes down to that because I don't think you can take away the fact that they were great in the ring. I just don't think they necessarily get put on everybody's list. It really depends on
Oh,
your
I
source.
think they do.
Yeah.
Unless you've got some like 16-year-old pimple-faced nerd that says, top 10 of all time, number 1, Davey Richards, number 2, Eddie Edwards, number 3, oh, this is so fucking hard, I'm going to go Roderick Strong and TJ Perkins.
I wonder if they're on Bret Hart's top 1,000 list.
Oh, good question. Good question. At Mr. Hardy 457, who do you think will be the next Mr. WrestleMania?
The Miz.
Yes? Really?
He's got a streak going.
Yeah, I suppose.
John Cena's kind of the current Mr. WrestleMania, isn't he?
Yeah.
I know what that means, and a lot of you won't like that, but it's the truth.
You know, just because he's still young, and I still think that he has a lot in him, I'm going to go CM Punk.
You're not that young.
Yeah, he's young enough, though, that he can still go, and he
Well,
still
yeah,
has a lot of
everyone-
creative matches in him.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, he's a heel now, okay, but that doesn't mean he can't be a Mr. WrestleMania. I mean, Shawn Michaels missed a whole bunch of WrestleManias in between the time that he was hurt and then he came back.
Whatever you're smoking, I would like to talk to your dealer because he needs to switch you.
What are you drinking?
Something new.
That's not all that's in there, I'm sure.
At Magpie2541, apart from deaths looking back now, is WCW closing the worst thing to ever happen to the professional wrestling business?
No.
I would say a close yes, but no. The reason why I say that is because the last year that WCW was in existence was just total crap. It was just junk. But before that, yes, WWE needed that WCW to compete with, to make themselves.
I still think maybe the worst thing that ever happened was when Vince just came out and said that wrestling wasn't work.
Exactly. As soon as you took away the deniability of it all, just
When you have the promoter of the biggest company saying this is a show, and everybody else is still trying to fight it and say it's real, that might have been the worst moment, perhaps. Necessary, maybe. At boring_life96, what was the worst wrestling pay-per-view you've ever watched?
In person?
In person, on TV, whatever.
Oh. Worst one I ever watched. Well, worst one I ever saw in person was that NWO Sold Out in, what was that, 98.
Whoa.
That was bad. Yeah, that was not good. Let's see. Worst one that I watched on TV, I would have to say, just because of what happened that night, it was probably the Over the Edge with
Over the Edge
Owen Hart.
99 is terrible.
Yeah. So
That
was difficult to watch after. Yeah.
December to Dismember is another horrible one.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 9 is another horrible one.
Product-wise, yeah, I would agree. But it was, God, that
Victory Road 2009.
Yeah.
I guess this question's for me. Do you think the Bulls would have made it to the finals last year had Derrick Rose not gotten injured? No! They need a two-guard. They need a better power forward.
They need a new team.
At Y Tier, Attitude 316. Have you guys seen the movie Orgasmo?
Yes.
Long time ago.
Thoughts on it?
It's a good movie.
It was funny from what I remember, yeah.
It's not as good as, say, Basketball, but it's still a good movie.
Basketball?
Basketball.
Basketball is an awesome movie.
Okay, Academy Award winner, huh?
It doesn't have to win awards to be a good movie.
And just because movies win awards, don't make them good movies, a-hole.
That's probably true, but Basketball?
Freddie Got Fingered is a hilarious movie. It didn't win any awards.
Yes,
except
it
for
did.
Razzies.
It won several Razzies.
Yes.
So up yours.
Wake up, bitch. You're my new best friend.
At W. Rain Foster, what are you guys' thoughts on the Harlem Shake dance craze?
What?
Yeah, you're old.
Oh, I'm in tune with the times.
Is that like that?
I think that internet trends like that are kind of stupid.
Is that Asian dude that won?
No, that's Gangnam Style.
Oh.
Shut up. Anyways, some friends and I last Saturday we were on. It's something like
Friends?
Yeah, I have friends, not you guys. We were online. It's a thing like chat roulette. It's like called Amigo or something, and we fucking have one of our friends start talking to people, and then we all bust in and do the Harlem Shake. It was fun, but it's stupid.
At WWF Fan 4, if Trish Stratus showed up to your house, pulled down her pants, and revealed to have a huge 12-inch penis, what would you do?
Take a picture, send it to Jeff.
And then I would go probably jump off a cliff.
Hand her Jeff's address.
Yep. Which, for the right amount of money, any of you could have.
Yes.
It's like $5.
Metal. I have a feeling Metal D might just show her his butthole, but that could be just an opinion.
And for $2, you can have Metal D's phone number. Maybe we'll put it in the description box below.
Or maybe Tony's. At
Yeah.
Luis Roulette, do you guys think that British wrestlers suffer the same treatment that black wrestlers do? There's something to be said about it in WWE.
In WWE?
Yeah, how many British WWE champions have there been?
I don't think it's... I think they're discriminated against, but I think it's more so the fact that WWE doesn't want to play to that market, even though the fact that that market is big for them. I think they're like, well, we really want to book the home guys as our big guys because we're home and we're the good old boys.
I don't think that's necessarily the case. I mean, look, Sheamus held the world
How high
title
did
for
William
how
Regal
long?
ever get?
Well, I mean, Regal had his issues,
How
outside
high
of
did
it.
Wade Barrett gotten?
That's yet to be
But there's
determined.
not nearly as many British wrestlers as there are black wrestlers.
Right.
So I understand the comparison. It's not totally inappropriate, but I don't think it's on the same level. It's
No.
just maybe circumstances.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to look at Sheamus. He's an Irishman. I mean, that's close to being British, and they put the title on him how many times?
Oh, you're going to get some heat for that one.
Sorry.
What day is better in your guys' opinion, really quickly? WrestleMania or the Super Bowl?
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
Super Bowl. Really? WrestleMania? Though?
Yeah.
I suppose the last time both of our teams made the Super Bowl, they lost. So it's not
Yeah,
as good
because
as
I
used to
find
be.
it hard to cheer for anybody that's in there because the Raiders hate everybody.
All right, so if you guys want your questions answered, send them to us on Twitter at Off The Rope Show. It's down there where Metal D's pointing along with his phone number.